While the left and right fight over cats and dogs in Ohio, what is going on in New York is far worse, Michael Snyder reports. If you want to get people angry, just start a debate about immigration. There are very few issues that are capable of arousing such passion right now. In recent days, the left and the right have been engaged in all-out war of words over what or may not be happening in the city of Springfield, Ohio. Haitian migrants now make up approximately a quarter of the city's entire population, and many local residents have publicly expressed frustration about the chaos that these migrants have caused. Of course, many on the left are disputing these claims even though they don't live in that community. For example, NBC News just put out an article which suggests that there is no evidence that the arrival of thousands of immigrants from Haiti had created chaos in Springfield, Ohio. The senator from Ohio, as well as other Republican lawmakers and several conservative commentators, have in recent days asserted without evidence that the arrival of thousands of immigrants from Haiti had created chaos in Springfield. But then later in that same article, NBC News actually mentions some of the chaos that has been created. In May, a jury found a Haitian immigrant guilty of causing a school bus crash. And so first they claim that there has been no chaos, and then they debunk themselves before the article is done. NBC News never ceases to amaze me. As for the safety of cats, dogs, and other pets in Springfield, the police insist that there is no reason for concern. Without a doubt, we'll be watching very closely in the days ahead to see if that is true or not. But meanwhile, the crisis that has been unfolding in New York City is even worse than anything that Springfield has expressed. It's being reported that 121 hotels in New York City are no longer available for regular customers because they are now being used to shelter migrants. 121 hotels. I wonder how many will be left for visitors of the city. Now, the staggering 121 New York City hotels have been taken off the market and converted into migrant shelters, raising concerns that a space crunch and pricier rooms will tank tourism. Some 16,000 former hotel rooms now booked to help with the influx of migrants into the Big Apple, as the room rate for actual hotels has soared past $300 a night. There is no question that taking a massive supply of hotel rooms off the market is increasing prices at the hotels, said Nicole Galeras, senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute, a conservative think tank. Sadly, crime has become an enormous problem around many of these migrant shelters. For example, thieves selling stolen goods, and very young prostitutes transforming one stretch of Queens into a lawless nightmare. Enough is enough. Fed up Queens merchants on Thursday made a desperate plea for help as migrant hookers and unlicensed peddlers have turned a once thriving stretch of Roosevelt Avenue into a lawless nightmare. And it just continues to get worse, and seems like there's no end in sight. Community activist Ramses Frias said during a press conference on the Strip. Nobody can debunk this because it's actually happening. In fact, we're being told that a number of them in the area actually doubled over the past couple of months. Locals and merchants said it's going along Roosevelt Avenue, Jackson Heights, and Elmhurst, and they've doubled in the past 2 months alone, while shoplifters have become more brazen. Stolen goods, everything from shoes to toys to power tools, peddled at a discount on sidewalks, steps from the stores where they were stolen, leaving store owners up in arms. The NYPD has responded to the migrant-fueled madness, pulling off a series of raids and chasing away the illegal vendors while confiscating their merchandise, only to have the crooks return. In Brooklyn, theft has become so rampant that Key Food Supermarket on Myrtle Avenue decided to hire security officers and is now forcing customers to relinquish their backpacks when they enter the store. So if the continual looting that has been taking place cannot be brought under control, that supermarket and many others in the Big Apple will eventually have to shut down. Migrant crime has also spiked dramatically in Manhattan. In fact, New York Post says that approximately 75% of the people that are being arrested for crimes in Midtown Manhattan are migrants. Across New York, recently arrived migrants are flooding the criminal justice system at far higher rates than public officials have acknowledged. Police sources shared with the Post a staggering estimate that has as many as 75% of the people they've arrested in Midtown Manhattan in recent months for crimes like assault, robbery, and domestic violence are migrants. In parts of Queens, the figure is more than 60%, sources are estimating. On any given day, Big Apple criminal court dockets are packed with asylum seekers who have run afoul of the law. Like I said yesterday, I don't have anything against migrants. Ultimately, everyone in this entire country is either migrant or descendant of migrants, but those that come in are supposed to do so legally. Just throwing our borders wide open and allowing millions upon millions of people that are not being properly screened and vetted to come flooding in is a recipe for national suicide. Right now, we're witnessing tremendous chaos all over the country, and migration has become one of the hottest campaign issues. At a rally in Wisconsin on Saturday, Trump re-upped his attacks on Harris' border policy, claiming that as borders are, Kamala Harris let in over 20 million, and they're now saying the number could be 25 million illegal aliens from 168 different countries. Most people don't even know that you have that many countries, he said. And once you allow millions upon millions of people to illegally enter the country, how are you ever going to get them back out again? To a very large extent, the damage has already been done, and more come pouring over our wide open borders with each passing day. Our society is now absolutely teeming with extremely desperate people, and the stage has been set for unprecedented societal upheaval. So I hope that you have been prepared for what's coming, because it's not going to be pretty. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is by Michael Snyder. About the author, Michael Snyder's extremely controversial new book entitled Chaos is available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 7 other books that are available on Amazon, including End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and he always freely and happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.